My name is Cade Frazier. I'm a fifth degree level 2, and I take martial arts at Tiger Art Martial Arts of Brandon.
Nice. What was the coolest thing you saw at the Nationals in Huntsville this year?
The coolest thing would have to be the Monroe competition Friday night. It was an electric environment where everybody was able to gather around and support our guy Eli Desper, who managed to take home the trophy. So getting to see and experience that was definitely the highlight of my event.
Nice. All right, now when you compete, what is your favorite event? So you you prefer the sparring, form, board breaking? What's your favorite?
Whenever I compete, I definitely prefer the sparring. I like the back and forth. I like the high speed. I like the intensity. I like the crazy comebacks. I like just seeing everybody pour out all of their emotions onto seeing who can compete at the highest level, and sparring is my favorite way to do that.
What was the coolest thing you did outside of the tournament in Huntsville?
Saturday night, me and some friends got together, and we got to just hang around, hang out, and we got to watch the UFC fights. So doing that after everything had winded down was a great way to end the tournament, end the weekend on a high note. So that was probably the coolest thing I did outside of competition, was spending time with them.
Nice. So if you have a student that hasn't competed or they're just been a little too nervous, never decided to compete, what would you say to them, what are some of the benefits of competing in your opinion?
There's many benefits I could go into in terms of opening yourself up to competition. My favorite one is probably the people I've met and the friends I've made along the way. I am still in regular contact with a lot of people that I've competed with. Some I still compete with, some I don't. But definitely meeting new people and getting to experience their journey as we both try to learn and grow and be the best competitors that we can is probably my #1 favorite thing about it. And it also tells me kind of where I'm at in my martial arts training. Like, I know if I have a great day on form, I know, okay, my form's looking great, but there's still some things I can tweak. And it kind of lets me know like where I'm at and where I need to progress and where my weaknesses are that I need to attack over the next year to improve how I want to.
Hey, Mr. Frazier.
Hey, Mr. Elkin.
You were just a judge this time, right?
Yes, sir.
Injury. Battling back from it?
That is the plan. I've actually been injured, unfortunately, the past 2 competition cycles leading up into it. So it's definitely been mentally very frustrating to have to work through that. I've definitely enjoyed seeing all of my students go out and compete their heart out. It's been great seeing you go out and compete as well. We're on the road to recovery for my Achilles. Got 3 to 4 weeks left, and then we'll be full speed training. Hopefully, we can come back stronger and compete for some gold medals next year.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
all believe you.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like to thank your dad?
Thank you, Dad.
What is your favorite part about being a judge at a tournament?
My favorite part about being a judge at a tournament is getting to experience people that have put their absolute best foot forward, their best effort into being the best martial artist that they can. And it's my job to be as focused as I can, to be as prepared, to be a great judge as I can, so that way I can do the best job that I can to judge them as they should, because they're going to put in all the hours of work that they do as martial artists to be the best that they can. It's my responsibility as a judge to make sure I'm at my best and I'm fully engaged and high energetic and ready to go the whole time, because that's what helps make a great experience, is making sure that if I'm upbeat and if I'm having a great time, hopefully the competitors are as well, and that helps draw the best out of them. And when everything's going great, it's definitely one of my favorite things to help a ring run great, because then the kids have a great time, or the adults that compete have a great time as well as the judges.
No doubt, for sure. Whenever you are a judge, you have a different level of expectations, and you have a big responsibility to be that person for those competitors. Who were some judges that you saw at the tournament that stood out for those same qualities you just mentioned?
One of the ones I was with a lot, there's 2 I want to shout out, was first one is going to be Dylan Kimmerling. He did a great job of stepping up and helping me run some great rings, so I definitely appreciate him for that. So he did a fantastic job. He even ran a couple rings, and I got to help him do that, and he did a phenomenal job with those. Also, Mr. Simmons, he helped me as well. It was really great getting to be with both of them. There were many other judges that I did it with, but I was with those 2 the most, so it was great to really just be with them and learn from them, to try to help teach them as well. They taught me some things about judging. Hopefully, I was able to do the same for them as well.
Were there any pod directors that stood out for you?
Yeah, I had two pod directors. Both of them were fantastic. The first one I had was Mr. Jason Adams. He definitely set the tone of making sure everything's well prepared, making sure we're well prepared. That way, everything can run on time, run smoothly. He made sure that we had everything we needed. So he did a great job communicating with us on what the expectations were, what to do, and helped everything go as it should. And then also same thing for Mr. Crutchfield. He's definitely been a great mentor for me. So he did a great job leading our pod as well. He always made sure we had everything we needed, whether it was the medals, the certificates, or the forms we had to fill out. All we had to worry about was running our ring, and he made sure that was as smooth as possible. So definitely those two guys made my job as a judge a lot easier with how great they were prepared to help us do our job.
Who's someone that's not on our team, so not from Brandon Tiger Rock, that stood out to you at the competition?
Definitely one of the competitors that really impressed me was Selby Booth. She's really come a long way in her martial arts journey. It's been great to see her as she's progressed over the tournaments, as she continues to put in the work to be the best martial artist that she can. And I definitely look forward to seeing how high of a goal she sets for herself, because I know whatever it is, she's probably, with enough time and effort, going to be able to reach that goal. So it's really good to, every time she's at competition, see her and see how awesome she is becoming.
Nice. When you are getting ready for competition, what's something that gets you like hyped up or dialed in, ready for your competition? Because everybody kind of gets ready a little bit differently.
For me, it's undoubtedly music. I like to be in my own head, in my own headspace. It's whatever I'm listening to at the time. I don't have like a set song or a set playlist. I'll just listen to whatever I'm feeling at the moment. And that helps get my mind right to compete at a high level, gets me ready to focus on the little details of my form, to be fast and explosive. I would definitely say that helps me get ready the most. And seeing everybody at the ring that's cheering for me, I feel the weight of the expectations of I've put in the work. They expect me to perform at a high level. I'm going to do the best that I can to perform at a high level in front of them, because I like when the pressure's on me, when all the lights are on me, to then step my game up and do the best that I can.
Nice. What is your go-to for tournament sparring strategy?
Ooh, easy. Multiple round kicks. That has been my go-to for a while. I might need to change it up though. But my go-to is definitely firing out those round kicks, targeting sometimes the body, targeting sometimes the upper chest, and doing some to the head. But it's definitely the move I like the most. It's the move I'm most comfortable with, and I understand the timing and the distance on that move better than I do most every other move that I do. So I would definitely say round kicks far and away for me.
Nice. And then what are some goals that you would like to work on to get ready for the next year's competition in Fort Worth, Texas?
The goal is definitely add a high-level slide side kick to my sparring, because I've noticed that, as I just said, round kicks are my favorite move, but they're only going to take me so far. I need to add another 1 to 2 moves that I can do with great timing and great anticipation and great speed to help me beat the people that I want to beat at the competition, because hopefully I'll be tested for 6th degree next year, so I'll have to compete at the highest level. So I need to be prepared as best I can, and I know that round kicks aren't going to be the only weapon I can have if I want to win. So I got to get that side kick ready for sparring.
Did you make any new friends at the tournament?
I would say so. Definitely the judges I spent all Friday and Saturday with were great people, great to me. I learned a lot about them. So hopefully, as we continue our martial arts journey, I'll get to be able to see them and interact with them again at the next tournament. And hopefully, maybe we pick up and message each other and just to see how everything's going. So I definitely made some new friends this tournament, which is always one of the things that I want to try to do, is see my old friends and make some new ones as well. That's one of the things I look forward to the most when it comes time for the national competition.
Outside of the tournament, any good eats?
Cheesecake Factory.
Tell me about it.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory. I ended up actually going there twice. Went once Wednesday with some friends, got invited out. Ended up getting a chocolate tower cake. So that was super delicious. On Friday, after Eli Desperate won Monroe, he's like, let's go to Cheesecake Factory. And I was like, I'll be there. So definitely Cheesecake Factory. Went there twice in the span of 2 days. And it was really good. So Good Eats was the Cheesecake Factory.
When it comes to judging form specifically, what are some things that stick out to you to make you lean in a particular direction that isn't just getting the moves right?
Definitely things that influence me are going to be your timing. Do you have great hand and foot timing? Are you making the correct stance? Are your feet placed where they need to be for each individual stance? I really make sure to look at those things versus just seeing how high you kick. Yes, a high kick is great to have, but if you don't have the good hugs, if you don't have the good preparation, the good control, the good chambers to go along with it, it's not going to be as beneficial. So I look for great stances. I look for great hugs, signs that they're doing the details right, making sure they're looking where they're supposed to, making sure that when they hug, their elbows touch. When they land, it's hand and foot landing at the same time. Got to have that great hand and foot timing as well.
Even the green belt beginners?
Especially them. Especially the green belt beginners.
Finale, should there have been one? Yes or no?
Bring back the finale.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. I'm just kidding.
What kind?
We got to make that into a GIF or something.